right, officially good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our 12 o'clock 30-minute yoga class. I'm Lacey Wolf. I'm the coordinator for statewide wellbeing initiatives at ERS, and I'm so grateful to lead this class to kind of round out the week and hopefully offer you some opportunities to breathe, to stretch, strengthen, do all the things to kind of get ready for your weekend ahead. For today, you will need a block. I want to start out with a block. And if you don't have a block, or if the block feels like it's a little too intense, you can roll up a blanket. And what we're going to do is we're going to place either the block or the blanket between your shoulder blades. And then you're going to want to let your head kind of rest back. Now, if the floor feels really far away and your neck feels like this is too uncomfortable to be unsupported, you can bring a pillow or another block underneath your head and just use that for support. And then we're going to take our arms out to the side. We're going to come into cactus arm position. And we're just going to let gravity open up our chest a little bit here. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, please go ahead and just close them. And just start to feel the breath flow in and out. And again, we're just focusing here on the breath and allowing the body to open up on its own just by placing ourselves in a posture that allows us to stretch through the chest, through the pec muscles, the front of the shoulders. And see if with every out breath, you can just relax a little bit more. Let your shoulders and your hands release toward the mat. Letting go of tension in these areas. Take a couple more breaths here. One last breath. And then from here, we're just going to roll over on your side enough to remove the block and or blanket, whatever you had underneath you, and come back onto your mat. All right, from here, go ahead and place your feet flat to the floor. Pull your feet in a little bit closer. Maybe you want to pull it close enough that you can touch your heels with your thumbs and push down into your feet. And let's lift up into a bridge position, feeling the strength of your core, your hips, your glutes. Take another breath here. And then exhale. Go ahead and lower the hips down. Let's take a couple more rounds here. Just moving with breath. Inhale, lift the hips up. And then exhale. Let them sink all the way back down. Take one more. Inhale. Lift the hips. And exhale. Release them down. Okay, go ahead and walk your hands out. Let's raise our hand, turn your hands so that your fingertips are toward the ceiling. Bring your feet to the edges of the mat and then just let your knees fall over to the left side of your mat. Taking a little bit of a spinal twist here. Come back to center and then release across to the other side. Come back to center. All right, then bring both knees into the chest. Let's rock ourselves side to side. Maybe make some little circles here with the knees. Pull in the opposite direction. Massaging that low back that holds on to so much pressure and tension through the day. And then lifting front to back. We want to see if we can land in a boat pose. Starting to activate that core a little bit more. Reach your hands out to make this more challenging. Extend your legs to make it even more challenging. And then see if you can lower, even if your hands are to the ground or your feet to the floor, lower down so that your low back starts to touch the floor. Carve your boat, not more like a canoe here. And then rise on back up. Lower down. Come down into that water and then lift up. Good. Take one more. Lower down. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Crisscross your legs. Come all the way through onto hands and knees. Bring your wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're gonna flip our hands around here so that the fingers are facing the back of the room. Or if that feels too intense, you can just face them out to the side, especially if you have wrist pain here. Just turn your hands around as much as you can, and then you're gonna just start to push your hips back and forth. Little dynamic stretching here. Working on releasing tension through the wrists, where we tend to hold quite a bit of tension as well if you work at a keyboard. Take one more, come back to center. Go ahead and turn the hands, aligning your wrist creases with the top of your mat. All right, let's tuck our toes and lift the knees just a couple inches off the mat. Starting to feel the strength of your core here. And then when you're ready, we're gonna push our hips up and back into our first downward dog. You can pedal your feet just one at a time, kind of easing into this pose. First one of the day, at least for me. Then lift up both heels, stretch through the bottoms of the feet, big feet stretch, and then exhale. Release those heels back to the mat. Inhale, shifting forward, making your way to plank pose. Let's drop down to the knees. Take an in breath and lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walking your hands out, coming up onto your fingertips. Rise up for a wide arm cobra pose. Lift your chest off the floor. Good. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up again. And then from here, drop your left shoulder, left cheek to the mat, taking our shoulder anterior deltoid pec chest stretch on the left side. Notice when you move into positions where you feel tension, sometimes we want to hold the breath. Be aware that you do it and don't do it. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Drop your right cheek, your right shoulder to the mat. And y'all feel free to pipe up and let me know if the music's too loud or too soft. I cannot see any chat from my mat, so if you need any adjustments, let me know. Take one more breath here. Release, come back to center. Rise up, lower it down. Walk your hands in. Take your knees to the outer edges of the mat. Let's push our hips all the way back. Just coming into a wide leg child's pose. Let your chest sink down between the thighs. If this feels too deep for the knees, you can come out of it a little bit. So just find your happy place in this hip opening stretch. Yesterday, I was teaching this in person, and someone was like, please don't make us leave this pose. It feels so good. Take a couple more breaths. Enjoy that hip opening that you don't have to work so hard for. All right, then let's tuck our toes, raise those hips into downward facing dog. Let's go through 3 rounds of half sun salutation just to start to create some heat in the body. Inhale, shift forward, plank position. On the first round, I'm gonna go through the knees. If you don't wanna use your knees, you don't have to. Making your way down to the floor. Inhale, rising up, cobra pose. Remember, we don't have to straighten the arms here. Tuck the toes, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, this time I'm not gonna go through the knees. Take a full plank, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, rise up. Little cobra or big cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. This last round, I'm gonna shift forward into plank, lower down into a hover position, and then rise up onto the top, so the feet into upward dog. These are all options that you can take or leave. Press back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's go ahead and step the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Landing in a forward fold. Letting your head relax, hang heavy. Take a ragdoll option. Let your chest and your belly just release down to your thighs. And then from here, push down into the feet. Let's rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, cactusing your arms. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. We're focusing, if you haven't noticed, quite a bit on chest expansion here. Go ahead and fold forward. Again, bring your belly to the thighs. If you cannot interlace your hands, this is a good place to use a strap or a blanket, really anything that you can grab onto to allow the chest to open a little bit. All right, let's bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Extend the spine, look forward. And then exhale, lower back down. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Step your right foot back into a lunge. All right, from this lunge position, I want to just spend some time. You're going to start to straighten your front leg and then bend it back into a lunge. Maybe your knee touches the ground or comes pretty close. Just exhale as you come into the stretchy part of the pose. And then you inhale on your transition. So inhale and exhale. Lower down, inhale and exhale. Good, take one more. And drop your back knee to the mat on this one. Rise all the way up into our low lunge position. Bring your left hand to your hip. You can bring your right arm across the midline of the body. So you're gonna just stretch it across, creating some space through the ribs, through the lats, and your hip flexor. Take one more breath. We'll release the right hand to the mat. Take your left knee to your thigh. Maybe twist or rotate. Good. And then tuck your back to under. Lift that back knee off the floor. Option here for a side plank variation. You can walk your foot halfway around. You can also drop that knee back down if you need it. You can step your feet, one on top of the other. Maybe reach across. Reach your hand up over the top of the head. Take a little chest stretch here. Exhale, release your hand to the mat. Lower down, half or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let's make our way to the top of the mat, however you want to get there. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, release, fold. On your next in-breath, rise up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Lift your heart toward the ceiling. Inhale, raise them up. Interlace your hands, but put the other thumb on top. Fold forward. Release. Let go. Keep breathing. I know you're breathing. But notice where you have glitches in the breath. That's a good indicator that you have stress in the brain or the body. Let's bring your hands to the thighs, lift halfway. Exhale, release your hands down. Walk your hands to the outer edges of the mat. Step your left foot back this time. And from here, again, we're going to kind of drop that knee close to the floor and then extend the front leg. Inhale on the transition and then exhale. Hold the stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Keep moving. Move with breath. I don't know about y'all, but I already feel better than when we started. Sat down at my computer at about 7 o'clock this morning and haven't gotten up too much. I know some of you start earlier than that. Take one more breath. Good. Go ahead and drop your back knee to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Low lunge. Bring your right hand to your hip. Reach your left arm across. Feel that big side body stretch. So good to protect the low back. These movements we do to strengthen the core, to create space through that hip flexor region. Take one more breath and then release your left hand to the mat. Take your right hand to your thigh, press into it to rotate through the spine, and then maybe reach up. Take a more expansive version of that pose. And then from here, we're gonna transition into our side plank. So you can walk your right foot around, lift the back knee off the floor or leave it down, and then step your right foot maybe next to your left on front, in front And then we have this option to push down into the left hand, reach your right arm up over the top of the head, and then make your way down into plank position. Dropping to the knees if you want. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Good. Let's bring the knees to the edge of the mat one more time. Sink back. Come into your wide leg child's pose. Relax your head. Notice that each time we come back to these poses, maybe you're able to feel a little bit more depth, a little bit more ease. All right, let's tuck our toes, lift our hips, make our way to downward dog. And then from here, we'll step to the top of the mat, making your way to forward fold. Let your head relax, hang heavy. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise to stand. Good. Exhale. From here, we're going to sit back into a chair pose. You can be at the top of the mat. Starting to shift your weight into your left foot. So taking a single leg chair pose, just lifting your right foot a little bit off the floor. See if you can sit back a little deeper. Hold what you got. 3, 2. Now we're going to start to press the right foot toward the back of the mat. Let it land gently and rise up into a high lunge. I didn't really land that so gently. Ended up off my mat. Take your left hand to your hip. Reach your right arm across the midline of the butt. Take your right hand to the mat. Press down into your left thigh, twist and rotate. Good. Then from here, option to take that side plank variation, whatever one you want. I'm going to add another one, which is called Wild Thing. All right, so you can take your left foot behind and start to open up through your chest. It's an option. Everything we do here is optional. All right, let's go ahead and release. Come back, left foot to the floor, left hand to the floor, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale is going to press you back. Downward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Step your feet, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive, rise to stand. Exhale, sitting back into your chair pose. This time, lifting your left foot off the mat. Single leg squat. Extremely challenging. There's a lot going on here. If you need to hold on to something with balancing pose, just keep a chair nearby. All right, from here, we're gonna set the left foot toward the back of the mat, rise up into our high lunge position. Bring your right hand to your hip, your left arm's gonna reach across. Take a breath. Exhale, releasing your left hand to the floor, your right hand can come to the thigh, or release all the way up. From here, we'll walk that right foot halfway. Take your side plank variation. You want to come into Wild Thing with me, go for it. And then we're just going to release, make our way back to our plank position. Lower down. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's walk to the top. You can always jump to the top if you're feeling especially energetic in our class. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Good. Exhale, release your hands down next to your sides. We're going to go through that sequence one more time on each side. So you've been here before, you know what to do, opportunities to kind of expand and grow within those postures. Sit back into your chair pose. Go ahead and lift the right foot up. Okay. From here, you may want to try to cross your right foot over. See how it goes. And then remove it. Set it to the back of the mat. Rise up. Take your left hand to your hip. Reach your right arm across the midline. Release your right hand to the mat. Twist and open up. Step your left foot to plank. Or maybe try your Wild Thing pose. So pressing down. If you'll notice in this pose, my whole right foot is pushing down into the floor. I'm not on the edge of the foot here. I have so much stability Release, come back to center, lower down. Rise up. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Stepping your feet or hopping them to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let go. Last time, rise up. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. This time we're lifting that left leg. Maybe cross it over. If you want to try something a little different, just play with it, explore, see how it feels. And then from here, we're going to set that foot toward the back of the mat. Rise up. High lunge. Right hand comes to the hip. Reach across with your left. And then when you're ready, release your left hand in the mat. Twist, open up. Releasing your left foot to the floor. Side plank, wild thing, whatever you want. Release your right hand to the mat. Lower down. Rise up. And then from here, bring your knees to the outer edge of the mat again. Come back into your wide leg child's pose. Again, just let your hips relax. Let your chest sink down in between the thighs. Release down, let go. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Enjoy, embrace the ease in this posture. All right, then from here, let's rise on up. Bring your knees in so that they are closer to each other. And then we're just gonna lift up so that we are standing on our knees. And your femur bones are nice and aligned here. We're gonna reach our hands back behind the back, supporting your low back with your fist, lifting your head and your chest toward the ceiling. This is camel pose. This is variation 1. Squeeze your glutes to protect your low back. All right, then let's come out of that. Sit back on your hips. Maybe interlace your hands behind the back. We're gonna round into a cat position. Tuck your head in toward your knees. And then let your arms maybe fall over a little bit more. All right, then let's rise back up onto our knees. Now we're gonna lift, bring our feet so that you're stacking your heels on top of your toes. So we're not down, we're lifting them up. And then you can reach your hands back. Take this first variation of our camel pose, or if you want to make this a little deeper, you can reach back. Find your heels with your hands and make it a little more expansive. Gazing up toward the ceiling, keep squeezing the glutes and pressing your hips forward. You want your hips to be stacked over the knees. We're not leaning back in this pose. Take one more breath. And now from the strength of your core, lift out of it. Like imagine someone's pulling you from the heart. Good, sit your hips back to your heels. And then again, drop down into your child's pose variation. You can curl under so that the crown of the head is on the floor. Maybe wrap your hands around and grab your feet here and just give a little pull, pulling your hands into your feet into your hands, rounding the back. Good, and from here we'll rise on back up. All right, let's swing our legs around, making our way into what is going to be a fish pose. We're going to do a fish and then a supported bridge today, or a supported shoulder stand position. So for our fish pose, what we're going to do, and you should be ready for this, we've done a lot of chest opening, you're going to walk your hands underneath. So that imagine you're just putting your hands in your back pockets, and then you're going to sit on them. And then from there, you're going to drop your forearms to the floor. And you're going to start to let your head release, crown of the head toward the mat. Legs are extended. It's a huge opening through the throat, the neck, the shoulders. Take a couple more breaths here. Feel free to close your eyes in any of these poses that we're holding for longer periods of time. Take one more breath. And then just slide out of it. You're going to start to drop your shoulders, bring your feet in so they're underneath the knees, and then let your hands slide out from underneath you. For our supported shoulder stand today, you're going to lift up, you're going to slide your block or your folded up blanket underneath the hips. And then we're just going to let our legs extend up toward the ceiling. And just stay here. Let your legs float up into space. Nice break for the heart. Let your eyes close if you're comfortable closing them. This is an inversion that you don't have to work so hard for. Notice, and it's okay if your knees are bent here, or if it's starting to feel super uncomfortable and you just want to let your legs float back to the mat and you're ready to get to relaxation, please go ahead and do that. It should not be a stressful pose. It should feel restorative. So just keep that in mind with whatever experience you're having. Take another couple breaths. It's all a choice. Get to gently guide you along the journey. Take another breath and release. Let your feet float back to the mat if they are still extended. And then from here, go ahead and lift your hips. Release that block from underneath you and then let your hips settle back to the mat. Let's walk our feet to the outer edges of the mat and then just windshield wiper your knees for the left side of the mat. Come back across over to the right. Back to center, to the left, going side to side, and all the way across to the right. And then come back to center. Let's bring our knees into the chest. Option for happy baby or dead bug pose. I like happy babies better than dead bugs, so I like to call it happy baby. Wrap your hands around the outer edge of your feet and just give yourself a little side to side movement here. Pull your knees toward the mat. Good. And then when you're ready, release, extend, come all the way out into Shavasana. Our final relaxation pose. Let your palms turn up to face the ceiling. Just settle into your mat. Take a minute here just to really feel the benefits of your practice. Notice how your hands feel, your hips, your legs, all the way out to the feet, the chest, the shoulders. Relax the eyes, the jaw. Just let go of unnecessary tension or clenching. Before we rise up, let's take a few big restorative recovery breaths together. Inhaling, fill up your lungs, feel your belly rise. Exhale, big sigh. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Take one more. And exhale. Go ahead and roll over onto your left side here. We're going to press down into our hands. Rise up. Take a seat. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you for allowing me to teach this class and for continuing to be a part of this community. I will be here if you have any questions. I'll stick around for a little bit. Go ahead and stop our recording. Thanks again.